Alright guys, if you want to completely modernize your Corvette by adding a Rearview camera and Apple CarPlay, but don't want to spend more than $500 around with messing around with wiring diagrams, radio interfaces, confusing instructions, then stick around. I'm going to show you how to use this fully plug-and-play double-din radio for your C6 Corvette. It's the only one of its kind, so come on. Alright, so it came in this black box right here. I just quickly undid the tape so it'd be a little bit easier for me. Got some paper in here, and then you pull it out, and it's this sweet little box right here. So this radio is the top display radio. It's an Android operating system for specific for the 2005 to 2013 Corvettes. It should fit right in to the stock bezel without any kind of like the little dash kits or whatever. Usually with a Corvette radio, you need a dash interface too, or the radio interface, which is like another $100. So if you were to get a normal radio, you're gonna be spending $400 or $500 for the radio itself, and then you're gonna spend another $100 for the radio interface, maybe $40 for a bezel and the wiring harness. Then you have to go through and mess with getting a backup camera too, which can be another $20 or $30. This thing, all in one kit for $350 or so. I think this one specifically is $360 because it's a 4G model. So basically I have a 4G hotspot built into the radio, so I don't have to like use my phone hotspot or anything like that. So here's what it looks like inside the box. You got this big bag full of stuff in here. Right here I have a SIM card with free data is what it says on it. Comes with a little user manual, little instruction book right here, and then this thank you letter, kind of a little booklet I guess. So this is gonna be all the stuff that it comes on. You have your the wiring diagram right here. Looks pretty simple. It looks like you just plug in that little power, the little power thing right here in the RCA input, and then just kind of put all this stuff where you want it to go, and it should work out really well. So I'm gonna show you guys here in a second, and we'll kind of go through and see what issues we have and how well it works and stuff like that. Getting a little bit deeper in the box, you got all your wiring and stuff right here. I'm just gonna keep that in there for now. A little bit deeper, and we have some more wiring stuff that is under the radio. So I'm gonna pull the radio out first. It looks like it's really well packaged. You got some styrofoam on the sides, and it's wrapped in here. So this is what it looks like. I wanted something with the physical buttons because it gives it that OEM style still. These buttons actually feel really good. Yeah, even like turning the knobs feels awesome. The back side here, it looks really good. It's got a little air thing right there. All your plugs and stuff like that. It looks like it's really well built. Just kind of looking at it right here really quick. Yeah, I'm super excited about this thing. So I'm gonna get in the car, start taking apart the dash, and then, or not the dash, start taking apart the center console. All right, honestly, I'm not even sure what I really need for this project. So I've got a little kit here. It's got a couple Torx bits, some screwdriver bits and stuff like that. I have a screwdriver with the end that's removable, so I can put a Torx bit or something in there, just switch it out really quick. And then I have this little socket set, just in case I have some bolts and stuff I need to take out. So I am gonna start by unplugging the stuff I have in here, close that up. Oh, there we go. I wanna start by kind of just seeing where I need to get going at. I think I just pop this off right here. I know there's some screws and stuff in here I have to get out, so I'm gonna start working on that really quick. The hardest part is just trying to get this side undone, pulling it out of there, and then kind of just working it around the shifter and getting everything unplugged. So over here, I actually have a couple different plugs. So I have the cigarette lighter plug, then I have this third plug, which I don't even know what it is. And then this plug's gonna be for my traction control. Up here I got the plug for the heated seats, both of them. Then I have the other cigarette, or 12-volt lighter adapter. Up here is the hazard switch. And then it looks like just a couple bolts, and this thing just pops out really easily. All right, so I've got it out. This thing is an absolute brick. The guy that I bought the car from said that the person before him had an aftermarket radio in there and it didn't line up or anything like that. So he bought this bad boy just to put an OEM one back in there. It looks like it's still in really good condition. I haven't had any issues with it. I haven't tried the CD player or the changer yet in here, but it works pretty well still. So I'm gonna hold on to this just in case I ever want to switch it back to OEM, or if I sell it and the person that I sell it to wants to switch back to OEM. So I'm gonna hang on to this. I'm gonna go put this away and then I'm gonna grab the new radio really quick. All right, so I've got the new radio right here. Just by like lining it up, it looks awesome. It's gonna look so much better and I can't wait. Everything looks like it lines up right here. So I'm gonna start working on throwing this thing in there and then I will get right back to you guys. So the first thing is the microphone. I think I'm just gonna put it up here, kind of near where the factory one is. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna route this yet, but I think that routing stuff and then plugging it in afterwards is probably gonna be my best bet. So I'm just gonna do that really quick. What I just found out is that there's two different types of USB cords. So there's a 4-pin right here and then a 6-pin. So if we use wired CarPlay, which is an option on this radio, for CarPlay, you're gonna use the 4-pin. And then for Android Auto, you're gonna use the 6-pin. So since I have an iPhone, I'm gonna route the 4-pin to the center console over here instead of the 6-pin. The 6-pin is gonna go in the glove box. So I got this wiring harness right here. It's got a bunch of RC cables and stuff like that. If you want to hook up subs, it has like your line output, stuff like that. It has a video output. Front camera, if you want to do like a 360 camera type thing. The only thing on here that I'm going to use is the mic. So I'm going to plug the mic in here, if I could find it. Yep, so I'm going to plug the mic in here. And then I'm going to leave this big jumble in here just for whenever I go to hook everything else back in. Everything's pretty self-explanatory. It just takes a little time, just trying to see like where to put all this stuff, I guess. Like the mic or the USB cables. Now I'm gonna be hooking up the GPS and the 4G module, the 4G antennas. I think the best place for those would probably be right up in here, right up under the dash right here. Kind of right next to the windshield up front. So I'm going to hook these up really quick, and then this will make it really easy for me. These usually work pretty well, like unless you're way out in the middle of nowhere. So I think hooking them up right here won't be a problem for me. I just have to make sure that I can get around the vents and stuff like that. So I'm gonna face it this way so that whenever I get it all up in there, I can just run it right down the middle. Yeah, I can get that in there pretty good too. I can get up pretty far, so that'll be no problem right there. Gonna drop this down in there. It looks like a big mess of wires, but this new radio is way smaller than the old one, so it's not gonna be as hard to put in there. I'm just gonna drop that down, and that should be good. Just kind of tuck all this back in here. I'm gonna put this up here. I just have to remember that this is gonna be my GPS, that one right there. And then this one is going to be for the 4G. All right, I have everything up here pretty much put up. It's all kind of in here. It looks like a mess right now, but it's really just plug and go. I'm gonna start looking at the backup camera just to see how I want to wire that and everything. Backup camera does look like probably the most confusing part of this. So I'm just gonna get that and kind of see how I want to route it. So I'm gonna just kind of come back here and kind of start looking at my options. So it sounds like I'm gonna have to get under the rear passenger side tire and undo the wheel well, and then go back and find the wiring harness for the rear view lights and stuff like that, and kind of tap into there. There's a ground wire and then there's a light green wire that serves as a power wire. So I'm gonna tap directly into those. First, I'm just gonna get this through here and not really worry about that for now. And then afterwards, I will worry a little bit more about that. So I'm gonna put this through here. I don't really know where I wanna throw it in here. I wanna try to get as close to the middle as I can. Probably just gonna throw it right up in here for now. And then kind of just work on that a little bit. It's just kind of sitting in there for now. Not obviously not a permanent mount point. Just gonna have it hang out in there until I figure out the rest of the wiring process for this. So our RCA cable is there. I'm gonna grab the other wire really quick and then I'll be right back. All right, so I have this wire here. It's literally like 30 feet long. So I'm just gonna try to run it through here somewhere. I see a little grommet over here for the tail light. I might just try to fit it right past there and then run it up through the middle of the car. I don't know if you really see in there. There is the little grommet right there. I kind of just ran the wire through there. And then in here, if you could see, it's just running right through there. And I kind of pulled it up. That might be better for you. So yeah, that's where it's at. I just got it up here for now. I'm gonna try to run it all the way through the center of the car. And then hopefully we should be not too far off. So I'm gonna work on running that through there really quick, and then I will get back to you guys here in a second. So I kind of just stuck to the excess wiring under the centerpiece right there. It was pretty hard to try to lift this floor mat up. So what I did was I took it, ran around the side here, went under there, and then went through the driver's side, and it's sitting back there now. Now I have to find these wires, hook that up, and then I'm gonna skip until I get this camera hooked up because the camera I'm recording with is about to die. So whenever I get this Rearview camera hooked up, I will get back to you guys. Well, I'm back in the car now. Got the reverse camera all hooked up. I haven't put everything back together yet. I'm just gonna power on really quick just to make sure that everything actually works right. So I'm gonna hit my accessory here. Let's see if it turns on. There we go. It is on right now. I just heard the speaker pop a little bit. Let's see if I can see the backup camera without actually going into reverse really quick, just to see if it shows up. This is my first look at this. I'm not really sure what I'm looking at, to be honest with you. I have no idea. So I'm just gonna put it in reverse and see if I can. I might even need to put it in the on position and then check it out. All right, so it's in on position right now. So that means that everything should be lighting up whenever I go to put it in reverse. There we go. So backup camera does work. If you can see it right there. Yeah, so that's working good. I just need to get the adjustment, everything right. It's pretty easy to hook up actually. Like whenever I actually started to look at it, it's not bad. I was just a little confused for a second. So yeah, this will kind of show you how it's all supposed to work and everything. I don't know if you could really see it. So it gives you a little diagram on this thing. Basically, you're gonna hook up 5 and 1 together. So I tied those two together, put some heat shrink on it, and then I basically put both of these red wires and the black wire and hooked it up to the reverse light over on the passenger side. There's a ton of videos out there about how to do that. It's actually pretty easy. I was a little bit worried about it. I thought it was gonna be hard, but it's not. Like it's really not a big deal. So yeah, super easy. Everything's working now. I'm gonna get it all shoved back in here, and then I will let you guys know whenever I'm done with that. I got it all hooked up and everything, and it is in here. It looks really, really good. It lines up really well. My only thing is that this black is a little bit off. The colors are a little bit different. Doesn't really make much of a difference to me though. I don't really care, honestly. Still looks really, really good in here compared to the factory radio. It was way easier to install than a bunch of radios that I've seen. It does come with a factory screen protector on here, which is kind of nice too. And then I'm going to hit on really quick, hit the accessory. Turns on pretty easy. It's gonna load into the Bluetooth really quick. Automatically, it's gonna load up Bluetooth. These are all the windows that I was in earlier. If I go to the menu. Okay, so you got like your radio and stuff right here. I'm gonna press on the radio. So you can kind of come in here and hear it and stuff like that. It sounds really, really good. So the sound coming out of here is way better than the stock radio. Stock radio sucked, honestly. I could barely even hear anything, especially while I was driving and stuff like that. It was just so quiet. So I can come in here, go to there. It does have 4G. I'm not connected to Wi-Fi or anything right now, so it's running purely off of 4G. I can go to Google Chrome. It also has like Google Play Store and stuff like that too. So I mean, it's loading YouTube just fine right now. No issues. So 4G works really well in here also. I just said no issues, but now it's gonna take forever since I'm in my garage. Yeah, I guess we'll just see if it loads really quick. All right, so it did finally load. So I mean, yeah, like I said, I'm running strictly off of 4G right now. It's got the internet, so you can search internet and stuff like that. If I press Navi, it's gonna use the GPS module inside of here and use some maps straight from the GPS antenna. I haven't set any of this stuff up yet, so yeah, it's gonna show you exactly where I am. Obviously, I don't really want to show that, but it does work, I promise. So come out here, I can go to Bluetooth. I have my CarPlay and stuff set up right now. I'm gonna try to load it up really quick and see. I don't even know where my phone is. Oh, looks like it's connecting automatically. Yeah, perfect. So CarPlay and everything's loaded up. It works really well. Yeah, no issues here. It's super seamless. Like, it's awesome. I'm probably slowly gonna drive with CarPlay. I do have the, there's some stuff in here still, but I do have my USB cord. If I look at the top of my phone, it's not charging right now, so I'm gonna hook this up and see if that works. And it does. So now my phone is charging. So everything in here is working really well. It goes together seamless in this car. It's awesome. Really pleased with it so far. So I'm really excited to get going with this thing. And yeah, I think everything's gonna work out really, really well. Gotta push that in all the way, but it's pushing now. Everything lines up really, really good in here. I also noticed that it does have its own mic in here. So I guess you don't necessarily need this second one that I installed up there, but I've got it. So I'm going to go to the on mode. Oh, there we go. Again, I do still have to finish up hooking up the stuff in the back. It's gonna load up the radio right away, but I'm gonna go and put it in reverse. Boom, it works really well. Still need to line all that stuff up, but overall it's not too terrible. The camera that they provide isn't the greatest quality, but at least you can see behind you now. So I'm pretty happy with it. Yeah, it looks good. I'm really excited to use this thing and kind of get used to it and stuff like that. If you go in here, it does have like your menu and stuff like that and settings and stuff. You can adjust a lot of stuff on here. You can change the themes, all the lightings. You can change these light keys to pretty much any color you want. Here's the themes right here, a bunch of different ones. I like how it does have the, I like how it's got the actual knobs on here too. Go to here, and here's like some preloaded stuff on here I don't really care about. Go to Bluetooth, it'll show up my phone's connected. Go to the radio. Here's like your sound stuff. Yeah, this thing's really cool. Oh, there we go. The CarPlay stuff on here is called Z-Link. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Super nice radio. Like I said, super easy to hook up. You don't have to deal with any interfaces or anything like that. If you have steering wheel controls, it'll work seamlessly with those too. Quick plug and play, not hard to install. Took me an hour or two maybe. Overall, I'm really, really happy with it. So if you guys want one of these, check it out. Link is in the description of this video. If you want to get 10% off, I do have a code down there. So yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks, guys. All right, here's a super quick overview. So I have the Rearview camera right there, kind of tucked in there. The wire is in kind of an ugly spot, but you can't even see it. So got that. And then as I come inside, got the radio in here. Looks absolutely factory. Can't even tell. Way better. Highly recommend getting this radio. Looks super good. I have like a little sticker stuck in here that I can't get out, but anyway, super good. Definitely worth the money. Yeah, that's pretty much it.